So I want to take just a couple minutes to talk about an inexpensive entry-level adjustable 2-point sling that's on the market. And this is from Troy Industries. This is their T-Sling. This is the padded version. I have the padded and the unpadded. It's a basic 2-point sling, and it's adjustable. Here is your tab right here that you pull on. This is kind of a very textured, kind of a faux, reminds me of a faux kind of a plastic / leather type texture. The stitching is done very well. Basically, in a nutshell, how to operate this sling. When you want to tighten it up, you pull towards the front mounting point of the gun. This will cinch up the sling. And when you want to loosen it, you're going to pull back and it'll loosen up the sling. Give it a little bit more pull or a little bit more length to the sling. As far as the details of the sling, again, under $40, so this puts it in the entry-level market, in my opinion. When you look at the details, this is where I encourage you guys, whenever you're looking at gear, anything that involves stitching, look at the stitching. Kind of the devil is in the details here. So you look at the stitching and see if there's some decent stitch work going on. I'll kind of show right here on your pull tab here. You look at the nylon itself. This is a pretty thin nylon, but it's still very well made. One thing to note, I'm showing the padded because this pad is awesome. And I highly recommend, between the two, I recommend getting the padded one. The nylon here, it's very thin and it's very, it'll dig in. If you have any sort of, shotgun, I have this on a shotgun right now, or standard AR-15, it doesn't even have to weigh a whole lot. If you have a unpadded sling, and you have just like a t-shirt on or light clothes, after a while walking with it, it'll start to dig and you might find yourself adjusting it. Don't have to worry about that with the padded. So the padded is the way to go, in my opinion, for this particular setup. Overall quality of the nylon is good to go. Like I said, it's pretty thin, but I don't foresee any problems with it fraying or whatnot with use. The buckles, keepers, and whatnot, they're all polymer, which I think is appropriate for this price point. I personally would always like to see metal, but I understand for this price point, you're going to get the polymer stuff. It's still very well made, in my opinion. I haven't had any issues with it breaking or anything like that. The polymer seems to be thick enough to do the job. It's one thing I notice sometimes with entry-level slings, especially the Chinese crap that comes over that you see on Amazon. Sometimes the polymer, you can almost bend it. It's really thin and just crappy. So this is where Troy does a good job. I think it's really nice that they're providing a product here for the price that it is. So that way somebody has a good entry-level option. Double keepers up here to prevent slippage. Same in the back. This right here, this covers another keeper. You can also thread your pull tab through it as well, so that way you can keep it out of the way if you don't wish to adjust it. So you can use this as a standard 2-point sling if you wish. That'll be more on my inclination, is just to use it as a standard 2-point. I personally don't have a lot of real-world uses for a adjustable sling, in a sense that I won't find myself adjusting it, but it is there. So one option I can see for outdoors use, if you're looking to go camping, hiking, whatnot, a little bit of backcountry adventures with your firearm, and you have a sling like this, you can cinch it up a little bit, so that way, you can cinch it up a little bit better to your pack and whatnot. That way it keeps the firearm a little bit more out of the way while you're hiking through brush and whatnot. So overall, I like the sling. I like this padded version more than the unpadded. Again, if you really like low profile, the unpadded, I can see a use for it if you're going to use it for law enforcement applications. The unpadded does have less bulk to it, so when you're stowing it in a patrol vehicle, you can kind of tighten up and fold up the sling a lot better with the unpadded. So I see the use for it, but personally, I like long-term comfort. That's just me. So feel free to check it out on their website. Again, these are called the T-Slings. I'll kind of, hopefully you can see in the video here. It is made in the US, so that's kind of an awesome thing. A lot of these entry-level slings are made in China, and you don't know what the quality is. The quality here is good. I have no problems using this for a shotgun or any AR-15 that I have. So feel free to check it out. If you have experiences, good or bad, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, as always. And as always, thanks a lot for watching my stuff, and stay safe.